If you are watching me from Australia, I will say good morning. My name is Olalekan Olariwaju. Permit me a segment of the program. I'm going to speak in Yoruba language. Oda npe ti àwọn Yoruba ti di, but Ọlọ́run an lò mí láti ṣe etí wọn. Etí àwọn Yoruba ti di. Nítorí ó dà npe Yoruba fẹ́ bá Tinubu wọnú igbó, wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ bá wọnú iná. Ó dà npe Yoruba wọ́n determine àti bá Tinubu wọnú iná. Bí mi ṣe rí sí ni o, you might have another opinion. Ó dà npe Yoruba ti pinnu pé wọ́n máa bá Tinubu wọnú iná tó fẹ́ kó wọn lọ. And there's nothing wrong with it if an adult is foolish. Permit me to use that language. If an adult is deliberately foolish, there's nothing wrong with it. If an adult deliberately, out of his own volition, decided to be foolish, there's nothing wrong with it. It's within his fundamental human rights to be foolish. Majority of our Yoruba brothers and sisters have deliberately decided to be foolish. With due respect to them, I still don't understand why a reasonable Yoruba man will be following Tinubu, who is a selfish, self-centered human being. Anything about Tinubu is based on his interest, not even in Nigerian interest, not even in Lagos interest. So I still don't understand why Yorubas are still following him foolishly. Permit me to use that language. Not everybody Yoruba, but majority of Yorubas are still following him. I remember when we started Yoruba Nation, and I said it, I bring it out, and I said, look, Tinubu is using Yoruba Nation as a diversionary tactics. People started abusing me. I don't have home training, blah, blah, blah. Baba Akintoye is an angel. Baba Akintoye will get them Yoruba Nation. Then another non-entity came out. He said she's Dupe Onitiri, Abi Dupe Onidiri. That one too came out and was saying all sorts of rubbish and was saying she will form interim government. And then Sunday Igboho too was there. Now, let me tell you, those of you who are agitating for Yoruba Nation, though we know that all of you are chameleon, all of you are scammers, and later on, you came out to declare for Tinubu, and you even people like Omiyale, Awikonko, they later on declared for Tinubu and campaigned for Tinubu openly. So, now what have you gained? As Sunday Igboho be released now, is Sunday Igboho back in Nigeria? Sunday Igboho, is it back? Because I know that because of majority of you decided to support Tinubu, thinking that Sunday Igboho will be released and be allowed to come back to Nigeria. And Sunday Igboho, is he now back in Nigeria? Is Sunday Igboho back in Nigeria? I still don't understand why common sense is not common. I still don't know why people will have common sense. You don't need to buy it, but people deliberately cannot use their brain. So is Sunday Igboho back in Nigeria now? Has Sunday Igboho been released? I remember Professor Akintoye was telling lies upon lies. And you want me, I'm a Yoruba Nation. As he realized Yoruba Nation now, if you are not aware, Professor Adeniran is always with Professor Akintoye. He has just been given an appointment by federal government. So who is fooling who? I remember people were saying I don't have home training. So who has home training now between me and Professor Adeniran? At his age, telling lies. So who has home training now? So Professor Adeniran has just been given an appointment by the federal government of Nigeria. He has an NGO now. He even went to Aso Rock to go and greet Tinubu. Professor Akintoye has issued a congratulatory statement. So who is fooling who now? Have you heard of Dupe Onitiri again? But like my late mother we used to say, like my old my old mother my late mother we used to say, one year to go ku o tun bere pe ki lo pa tí ó bá ṣe pé akọ ló pa. Ṣé rí àwa Yorùbá, èmi mọ̀ pé Tinubu lè play on our intelligence and we fell for it. Àwọn Yorùbá dàbí eṣinṣin tó fẹ́ bá òkú wọnú sàárè. Tẹ́ bá jáwọ́ lọ́wọ́ Tinubu, tẹ́ bá jáwọ́ lọ́wọ́ Tinubu á kó gbogbo yín wọnú sàárè. Tẹ́ bá jáwọ́. I'm not me ṣépè o, mi dẹ̀ kí ṣe pé bóyá mo fi ẹni kọ́kọ́ sẹ́nu. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá kó tẹ́ bá jáwọ́ lọ́rọ̀ Tinubu á kó gbogbo yín wọnú sàárè. Wá jìjọ tí yín mọ́ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ yín mọ́ Tinubu pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Now, mo rántí ngbà Yorùbá Nation tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń sọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu. Àwọn tó ń pera wọn lóníṣẹ̀ṣe nísìn wọ́n lọ ṣoògùn sí mi nítorí Tinubu. Now, ṣé tí wọ́n practice ìṣẹ̀ṣe yín nísìn? Ṣé Tinubu àkẹ́ practice ìṣẹ̀ṣe yín? Look at what is happening in Ilorin. Do you want to tell me that Tinubu is not aware the way they are maltreating the Ìṣẹ̀ṣe people? But these are the same Ìṣẹ̀ṣe people. Tó lọ ń gbẹ́bọn torí tèmi. Just because I was against Tinubu. Ṣé Tinubu àti wá gbà kẹ́ practice religion yìí nísìn? So who is the fool now? Who is wise? Ta ló máa lè nísìn? Ta ni ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá? Ṣé èmi lẹ̀ ọ̀dàlẹ̀ Yorùbá ni o? Àbí Tinubu tó yẹ pé all his actions are anti-Yoruba? I can give you 3 instances that all Tinubu actions are anti-Yoruba. I remember during the Buhari regime, when Yoruba was being slaughtered mercilessly by the Fulani S-men or terrorists, did Tinubu say anything? Did you hear Tinubu to say a single word condemning what the Fulani S-men were doing? All what bothers Tinubu was how to be, at that time, what bothers him was how he will become the next president of Nigeria. Thank God that he's not the president of Nigeria. As Fulani killing stopped, they are still killing people. Fulani S-men are still around in riot. So as Tinubu stopped it, I remember that time too, in Kano, in Zamfara, in Kaduna, you dare not say you can practice another religion apart from Islamic religion. Has it changed now? In fact, in Ilorin, to make it worse, in Ilorin, a Yoruba town is even telling Ìṣẹ̀ṣe worshippers that they cannot come out and practice their religion. Why can't Tinubu step in? Ṣebí gbogbo yẹn ló ń gbẹ́bọ pé kí Tinubu lè bá jẹ president, ló ń gbẹ́bọ, ẹ̀ ń gbẹ́bọ, ẹ̀ ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ pé kí ìgbà tí Tinubu á jẹ president nísìnyí, ṣé ó bá dá sọ̀rọ̀ yín mọ́ ẹ̀yin oníṣẹ̀ṣe? Ṣé Tinubu ti wá gbà yín là? Tinubu ò ṣe dá sí. What happened in Ilorin? Just one phone call by Tinubu will solve the problem. Just one phone call from Tinubu to Emma of Ilorin will solve all the problem that is happening in Ilorin concerning Ìṣẹ̀ṣe and Alfas. Tinubu just pretended as if he doesn't know anything. If you are not careful in Nigeria, I'm saying it now, so be thinking I'm saying rubbish. Nigeria will become Islamic State. And the indices are there that Nigeria, whether we like it or not, we are tilting towards an Islamic state. Okay? So the only thing is that Tinubu is a coward. He should come out and let us know if Nigeria is now an Islamic state. I keep on saying that Tinubu is a coward, and I don't have any apology for it. You can have another contrary opinion. For the matter of paying your conjuwo, is a brave man. So if he wants to practice, if Tinubu wants to turn Nigeria into a Muslim country, let him come out boldly and tell us now that Nigeria is a Muslim country. Not that you now be using koni, be going through Emma of Ilorin to be practicing, to be saying Ìṣẹ̀ṣe people should not practice their religion. I still don't understand when Islam is now the state religion in Nigeria. Let's go to 1999 Constitution. Let's start with 1999. Let's start with Section 10, 1999 Constitution. That will be our starting point for today. It's Section 10. This is it. Section 10, 1999 Constitution. That will be our starting point today. And I'm going to bring in another lawyer from London. You know my usual practice. I'm going to bring in another lawyer. But let me just lay the basis, and then I will invite a very senior lawyer. We want to discuss about this Ìṣẹ̀ṣe matter today. Whether the action being taken by Kwara State Commissioner of Police is legal. Because I've never seen anywhere in the world where defamatory statements will now amount to a criminal offense. In the first instance, the guy that was arrested lives in Ibadan. Why will he be arrested in Ibadan and then arrange in Ilorin? Don't we have jurisdiction again? Don't we have locus? Don't we have what we call locus again in Nigeria? So an offense is committed in Ibadan. Why the person who committed that offense should be taken to Ilorin? And these are the things that Muslims are doing, and they are getting away with it. Even the Commissioner of Police in Kwara State is practically begging the Muslims. A Commissioner of Police that's supposed to enforce the law, practically cajoling and begging the Muslims in Ilorin. So let's start with Section 10 of 1999 Constitution as amended. Section 10, with your permission, I read. The government of the federation or of a state shall not adopt any religion as a state religion. Let me read it again, with your permission. Section 10, 1999 Constitution as amended. And the title is Prohibition of State Religion. Prohibition of State Religion. Section 10, with your permission, I read. The government of the federation or of a state shall not adopt any religion as state religion. In other words, Nigeria does not have any state religion. So Nigeria cannot claim that Christianity is the official religion. Neither can Nigerian claim that Islam is the official religion. Neither can Nigerian claim that Isheshe is the traditional worshippers. Or we cannot. We don't. I don't even want to be using the word traditional worshippers again. It's derogatory. Whether Isheshe worshippers cannot practice. I don't know the name they call it in Igbo language, but in Yoruba language we call it Isheshe. That people who believe in what our forefathers believe in. But I don't. If anybody knows the name they call it in Igbo language, write it on my screen. So I don't want to be using traditional worshippers. It's derogatory to me. So. Whether Isheshe people or Isheshe worshippers does not have any rights. Nigeria cannot adopt Isheshe as state religion. Nigeria cannot adopt Islam as state religion. Nigeria cannot adopt Christianity as state religion. That's the purport of Section 10 of 1999 Constitution as amended. But it seems that since our new man, the cunning man of Aso Rock, the fraudulent man that is in Aso Rock, the man that rigged himself into Aso Rock, I think, to the best of my knowledge, I think the Section 10 has been suspended informally, not formally. Because I still can't understand when we have Section 10 of the Constitution and then the Muslims in Ilorin have the audacity to say that Isheshe worshippers are not wanted in Ilorin. Let's go to Section 38, subsection 1. We have to read Section 10 in conjunction with Section 38, subsection 1 of 1999 Constitution as amended. And then there's another criminal aspect of it, which the guy and what's his name, Taniolong, was even charged for defamation. I don't know what they mean by defamation. And I'm going to invite a senior lawyer. We are going to discuss the merits of the charges that were against Taniolong in Ilorin. But let's go to Section 38, subsection 1. And read it in conjunction with Section 10. So I will start from Section 10, then from Section 10, I will jump to Section 38, subsection 1, 1999 Constitution as amended. So with your permission, let me start from Section 10. If I read Section 10 in isolation, you won't understand it. So let's start with Section 10. Section 10, 1999 Constitution as amended. The government of the federation or of a state shall not adopt any religion as state religion. the government of a state, the government of the federation or of a state shall not adopt any religion as state religion. Let me read it one more time and I will read it slowly. The title is Prohibition of State Religion. The government of the federation or of a state shall not adopt any religion as state religion. So let's go to section 38, subsection 1. Section 38, subsection 1. With your permission, I read. Every person shall be entitled to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, including freedom to change his religion or belief, and freedom either alone or in community with others, and in public or in private, to manifest and propagate his religion or belief in worship, in teaching, in practice, and in observance. Emphasis mine. So, in other words, every person shall be entitled to freedom of religion, including freedom to change his religion. That means, if you're a Muslim, you can change your belief and become a Christian. Vice versa, if you're a Christian, you can change to a Muslim. Is within your fundamental rights by virtue of section 38, subsection 1. So I still don't understand the problem of the Isheshe and of the Alfas in Ilorin. Now, to make it worse, the Emir of Ilorin was a former federal court of appeal judge, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was a judge, either federal court of appeal or federal high court, but it was a judge before he was crowned as the Emir of Ilorin. So he's even a lawyer. The Emir of Ilorin is a lawyer. So I still don't understand why the Emir of Ilorin will be behaving like an illiterate. I don't understand it all. The Emir of Ilorin is a lawyer. And he was a judge. He was elevated to the bench. And I think he rose to the court of appeal. But I know he was a judge before he was nominated and was crowned as the Emir of Ilorin. So if I still don't get it. When a lawyer at the status of Emir of Ilorin is behaving as if we don't have 1999 constitution again, it baffles me. And I don't blame him. I blame Tinubu, who is the president. He called himself executive president. His executive president cannot back and bite. The only thing he's interested is how to go and invade Niger Republic. It doesn't, whatever is going on in Nigeria doesn't concern Tinubu. Yeah, okay. Somebody said that the Emir of Ilorin, thank you very much for the information. The Emir of Ilorin was a former judge of Court of Appeal. So thank you for that information, please. So what concerns Tinubu is how to be a president, legally or illegally. Any other thing does not concern him. And that is why he wants to go to Niger Republic, so that he can divert Nigerians' attention. Whatever is going on within Nigeria doesn't concern him. Whether the Isheshe festival people, whether Isheshe worshippers are being persecuted in Ilorin, it doesn't concern Tinubu. And I said it, that Tinubu is a user. Tinubu is a user. I'm sure if this were to be done before election, Tinubu will be telling you that it's wrong. What they are doing in Ilorin is wrong. And he will go to court. He won't be sponsoring people to go to court on behalf of Isheshe people. But Tinubu is not the president. He doesn't need anybody's help. Do you see him now? Is he even behaving like a Yoruba man? If he's behaving like a Yoruba man, whatever is happening in Ilorin will have been his primary concern. And I keep on telling people that if Yoruba are not careful, if Yoruba is not careful, Emma Tinubu wonu gbolo. Emma Titi Tinubu fa gbogbo yin, excluding me, a ko gbogbo yin tani, a de ko yin wonu ina. Maybe now he wants to go and fight in Niger Republic. So I dare him to go to Niger Republic. The era of begging Tinubu not to go to Niger Republic is over. Go to Niger Republic, Tinubu. I dare you, go to Niger, go and invade Niger Republic. One thing combat continue on shiri, or do I continue on really. So Tinubu, we don't beg you, go to Niger Republic, go and invade Niger. You are your useless ECOWAS people. Go to Niger Republic, go and invade Niger Republic militarily. ṣe owó tó ti kó jẹ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí tó ẹ àti owó tó fẹ́ máa kó jẹ ní Nàìjíríà kò tí tó ẹ, go to Niger Republic. That will be the end of your regime. I bet it with you. So go to Niger Republic, go and invade them militarily. Okay? So I still don't know why the guy is charged for defamation of character. All over the world, defamation of character is not even a criminal offense. So I don't know why, and I don't know why Nigerians still have defamation of character as a criminal offense. But I won't be able to say discuss this alone. I'm going to invite a senior lawyer who will now say one or two things and point more, point the torchlight on what I'm saying. But before I invite the senior lawyer, there's a man called John Galloway in United Kingdom, and John Galloway is a member of House of Commons, but he was a member of House of Commons. I wish you can watch the interview of John Galloway with Udenyi. And then John Galloway has been saying so many things, unpalatable things about it. Not that he's telling lies against Tinubu, and not that whatever he's saying is derogatory, but is it not shameful that the president of Nigeria is being ridiculed by John Galloway? So all of you Yoruba supporters, Emilokan, who are still following Tinubu, since Tinubu became president of Nigeria, what are your benefits? In what way has it benefited you as a Yoruba man? Are they selling your fuel for you for 60 naira because you're a Yoruba man who supported Tinubu? Is Sunday go back in Nigeria? And Sunday go be released and brought back to Nigeria by Tinubu? Has he been pardoned? So what are your gains from being a Yoruba supporter of Tinubu? What are the gains that have accrued to you since you supported it? Luckily, Tinubu is the president. Whether we like it or not, he's the president of Nigeria. Whether it's legitimate or illegitimate. So what are your gains? If you have gained anything since Tinubu became the president of Nigeria, please write it down, write it on my screen. So, okay, these are the gains I've gained from Tinubu. All those your cock and bull story, you must endure pain. You will suffer a little bit before their cock and bull story. That's how they said about Buhari. And Buhari regime is going to be good. Buhari spent 8 years, he did not achieve anything. And Tinubu has started in that trajectory. So I won't be able to show the film or the video of John Galloway. But at this junction, let me bring in a senior lawyer from London. I want us to discuss Section 10, Section 38. Then I want us to discuss Section 373, Criminal Code of Nigeria, Section 376, Section 391, Section 395, Libel Act of 1843, Section 6, and all those sections which are criminal, and then Penal Code of Nigeria, what it says about defamation. And so let me invite a senior lawyer from London. Hello? Ah, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Oh. I want to add Mr. John Ogunriola so that he can join us. And I've sent an, I don't know. Mr. John Ogunriola, can you please join us? Oh, wow. What is going on? Oh, okay. Whew. Okay. Just hold on for me. Let me see. Let me call him and see what is going on. Hello? Okay. It disappear again. Mori orúkọ yín nísìnyí dẹ̀ rí mọ́. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening, those, as you said already, those in the morning, good morning. Those in the afternoon, good afternoon. And those traveling on their journey, safe journey. Now, let's go straight into the business of the day. You see, I think 3 days ago, a forum called on me and they asked me about the arrest of Taniolong, that is a activist. Are you hearing me, sir?
Yes, you are loud and clear.
Yes. And I told them, I said, look, the man, Taniolong, he was illegally arrested. Because one thing is this, which we have to look in law. Where in anything we do, in anything that links up with law, we have to proceed. We have to do it legally. And we have to use the law from the start to the end of it. But I find out that in Nigeria, police has become thugs. They've become thugs to rich people and to influential people. And police are ready to do whatever, to do anything once they see more money. And this is what we are seeing. This is what we are now witnessing in Nigeria. If you remember properly, I think we made mention of this case one time on this program.
Yes.
And we talk of that woman police or commissioner in Ilorin. Immediately, the woman called them for that peace meeting.
Yeah.
I observed, and I told this forum then that this woman is not doing anything other than ADR. And even with that ADR she was doing then, She was backing on one party and not backing on the other party. And this made me remember one thing. You see, I'm really very sorry to say it, but you see, putting women into governmental opposition is becoming demonic in Nigeria. Look, if you look at the case of a woman, Desiani, you know how much money that was for. This is a woman. Then the other one, I think Stella Odua or what, the same thing happened. Now the commissioner of police in Kwara State, she's living down now a legacy that will not even allow Nigeria government or those in political arena to say we want to put a woman there, because I'm now seeing that these women, they are becoming more corrupt than the men in government. Now let's look at one thing.
Defamation.
Defamation. No. Defamatory words will lead to defamation.
Yes.
And defamation, you have two labels under it. You have libel and slander.
Yes.
Under it. We find out that here in Britain, in America, and in some other parts of Europe, libel is not it's not under criminal case at all. And what you must know is that libel is a civil case, but in Nigeria, it's under criminal and it's under civil. I don't know how you will put the same thing under criminal and under civil.
It's under the thought. It's under law of thought. It's under
law of thought. But even if you go to, let's see, the Police Act, this.
Okay. The Police Act.
Nigeria Police Act 2020. Let's go to section 32, subsection 2.
Okay.
It says here clearly, a person shall not be arrested merely on a civil wrong or breach of contract.
Okay.
That is the Police Act. I'm having in it here, and I'm showing you guys. Go to section 32, section 2 of it.
Okay.
If a person shall not be arrested merely on a civil wrong or breach of contract, right to that one too. Right to that one down. It's one, because we have a lot to go tonight.
Section what? What section? Police Act section what?
Section 32, subsection 2.
Okay, section 32, subsection 2.
Yes, of Police Act 2020.
Okay.
Jot it down for anybody who may go through it. You understand me?
Yes.
Now, the law says when someone defends your character or your dead father or your dead grandfather, and you want to take him to court, you want to sue him. Suing him is just to make a claim. To make a claim. The Nigerian law turned it and said that if you defame someone, they put it for 1 year imprisonment.
Yes.
Okay. Now you have to go to the residence where the appellant lives. Like the case of Tani Olohun. Tani Olohun lives in Ibadan. He committed all these defamatory statements or videos or whatever in Ibadan. Now, what you have to do is to go to Ibadan and sue him. And when you are suing him, you sue him to the High Court in Ibadan. That is the only court that has the jurisdiction of that case. But you can involve police too. When you involve police must